All right, this is Married to Medicine, episode 2. Toya has the best husband on the show. I said last week that Eugene looks tired, and he still looks tired again this week. I hope that Toya is not working that man to an early grave or some type of illness. Sometimes medical professionals don't take care of themselves because they're so busy taking care of others. And Toya is just always looking so fresh, so pretty, so put together. And I just hope that Eugene is okay. I really like Eugene. I think he's nice. I also loved how he took up for his wife when Curtis tried to check him in front of all the men. He was like, nope, nope, I'm going to have my wife's back and let's move on and talk about something else. He wasn't about to apologize for his wife. What was interesting when Dr. Heavenly and her husband, they were in the kitchen and she was talking about her son and how he hasn't been around. So I guess he's not calling her. I thought that was very telling, but I'm not surprised. All of her kids seem so well mannered and so well behaved. And I know that they probably were just kind of walking on eggshells, maybe their whole life around her. They really couldn't speak their mind. And now that he's grown and he's coming to his own, he probably needs to distance himself to get his thoughts together so that he could probably come back and tell her some things that he wasn't able to tell her as a child. Dr. Heavenly is a lot, very overbearing. And I agree with everything Toya said. Everything about the campaign and her kind of being missing in action because she really wanted to avoid talking about what was going on with her son. But regarding her running for office, I loved Toya's comeback when, even though Dr. Heavenly has a big mouth, Toya was still getting her together at every turn. Dr. Heavenly was like, what's a state representative? What is a representative? And Toya was like, it ain't you. I loved that. I have to give a special shout out. Oh, I have to give a special shout out to Dr. Heavenly's wig. In the confessional, that burgundy wig that she had on, it has taken Dr. Heavenly, how long has this show been on? And you have finally gotten a nice wig to wear? It looked so nice. Her makeup even looked nice. I said, my goodness. So is it because she's going into politics now? All them raggedy wigs she's been wearing season after season. I just kept, every time they showed her, I was like, oh my goodness. And I'm not even a wig girl. But it was so refreshing to see her in a nice wig. Dr. Heavenly, she owns a beauty supply salon or store, which I know she didn't get that wig from that store. She had a high-end wig on, but she should have been worn a high-end wig. You're on this show. You and your husband make good money. Yes, shout out to that burgundy wig. It looked beautiful on her. Now let's go to Brandy. Do you know last week I called Brandy Brittany for my entire review? And I didn't realize it until I think I was watching TV and I was like, did I call that girl Brittany? I was calling her Brittany throughout my review. Anyway, I still like Brandy. I loved how they showed her practice. She still seems really nice, really sweet. I I wonder if she's going to eventually check Dr. Jackie because Dr. Jackie caught her off guard possibly last week. I'm still really PO'd about what Jackie did last week, and this week has passed. I just thought that was so passive aggressive and so foul of Dr. Jackie to bring up her thyroid. That was so personal. That was just such a no-no. But I wonder if Brandy is the type that's like, okay, you caught me off guard. I let you get away with it this time, but you're not going to get away with it the second time. That's my personality. But I'm so glad they got some nurses on the show. So glad about that. And speaking of nurses, you guys, I'm not sure why Angel is on the show. She doesn't even seem like a friend of the show. She's coming across more like a neighbor of the show. I thought we were going to learn a little bit more about her, get some insight. Who are you dating? Where do you live? Where are you working? Did I fall asleep or something? I didn't get anything. So I don't understand why she's on the show right now, besides her being pretty. I don't know why she's on the show. And then Dr. Mimi, they didn't really show anything about her this week. I guess last week was her, it was all about her and her party. So I guess this week she was kind of, in the back scenes. I'm not sure about this cast and this season. I feel like the cast, they're not really gelling, especially with the men. When the men were sitting together, it was awkward. King, I don't know why he's there. He's very awkward. He doesn't fit well in the group. He doesn't fit well like Dr. G fit in the group. So that was just awkward. Well, of course, I got to talk about Dr. Simone and Dr. Quad's heated argument. I mean, what is there to say? I simply think that Dr. Simone just does not like Quad, and it's been going on for seasons now. And I feel like I could remember when Dr. Simone first started to really dislike Quad. And I don't know what season it was, but this is when Quad was, she was on Sister Circle. She probably was doing more outside of the show than any other cast member. And she was showing up really late to events, and Simone felt like Quad had the big head. And I just think it stems all the way back to then. Yeah, they made up, they cried, they hugged, but haven't we been here before? And that's what Contessa said. And speaking of Contessa, they showed her building. Yes, she has a building and she's getting that together. Proud of her for that. I know how that is. You buy your commercial property and now you have to get it together. So it's stressful, but it's rewarding. So shout out to Contessa and her husband. They show a preview of next week, and Dr. Simone is flying off the handle. She's talking with Cecil and the two young men, her two sons. And I don't know how long Cecil is going to put up with that. It just seems like something is going on with Dr. Simone, and I don't quite know what it is. Maybe it's the menopause and the hormones and, are kind of out of whack. But I just feel like she's going from 0 to 10 on a regular. A little bit scary. But anyway, that's my review. I hope it gets better. And yes, I'm going to end it by saying I still miss Mariah. All right. Talk to you all later.